You're listening to Cards to the Moon, a podcast about trading cards from both a collector and investor perspective. We hope you'll stick around for the ride as we take a deep dive into the state of the hobby, share some hot takes, hopefully some useful advice, and fun stories along the way. Hey guys, welcome back to Cards to the Moon. This is episode 370, and my name is Clark from 5cardguys.com. And you can also find me at 5cardguys on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Hosting with me today is Will and Roy, and we're going to finally do a quick debrief episode of our time at the Sport Card Expo, setting up as vendors. But we'll also catch up with other hobby headlines and issues and updates since we were last on the pod together. A lot of things to catch up on. But first, off the top, it's been a few weeks now, but as I just mentioned, we were all set up at the Sport Card Expo here in Toronto, which is the biggest card show in Canada. And it was my first time as a vendor. And I did talk about it briefly with Paul Hickey on a previous joint episode. I believe it was a week or 2 weeks now. But before I expand my own initial thoughts, I want to hear from you guys. Any highlights, let's start there, that stuck out for you setting up at the expo this past spring?
Highlights, I guess it would be I got a black label from BGS.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
Nice.
I submitted, I think, 10 cards for GCR, and then only one of them got a bump.
Okay.
So there's 10 BGS 10s I sent and one 9.5. So they all struck out except the one, thankfully, because then that would have just been like $1,100 wasted.
That's how much for all 10?
Yeah, it's
GCR?
GCR is like just over $100 per card.
Wow.
So thankfully, one hit. It's the Ditto, the Korean Ditto.
Yes.
So it's actually my second black label, so I have two of those cards now. It's one of my favorite cards, so I don't know if both of them are gonna stay in the PC or if I'm gonna sell one. I did get an offer, but kindly rejected it, so we'll see how it goes.
So if now that you did get that one black label, that made it all worth it, like in terms of value?
100%, yeah. I mean, so I'm in the card for like $60. I bought the card raw I bought 100 of them for $20 each.
Okay.
I sent 10 or 11 of them to BGS. One got a black label initially, and then I all got BGS 10s, and I think I got two 9.5s. And then so I spent $20 initially per card, $40 for the grading per card. So I'm in it for $60, and then the GCR was another $110. So, and I think the value is around $5,000 to $6,000. So definitely worth it.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's insane. Congrats. Good for you.
Thank you. Yeah. Otherwise, I would have been pretty sad. Spending $1,100 to get absolutely no gains. That would be a tough pill to swallow. But
I don't know if I could ever do that, but that's you, Roy. 1,100.
Scared money don't make money.
You're right. I got to take some risks.
Yeah.
How about you, Will?
Yeah, speaking of taking a risk, we set up, we each had a booth, and the upfront cost of that is pretty high, right? Like the setting up at the expo is not cheap. Mm-hmm. And I remember we were talking, I can't remember if we were talking on the pod or if it was just offline, and I said, I think this show is going to be kind of a deciding factor for what my hobby journey looks like moving forward.
Yeah.
I love so many aspects of this hobby, and I pour all my waking hours where I'm not working or spending time with family, or most of my free time is spent looking at cards and enjoying cards. But every once in a while you get into a rut, you kind of I don't know, it's just not as sexy all the time. And so doing this card show really was a new step in the journey. And I gotta say, it was so wonderful. It was such a great experience.
Nice.
Not just financially, Like Roy had a good week, I think. I had a pretty good week. Like, I was really happy with how that turned out financially. But just building community, meeting so many people, you know, in the end, our booth area wasn't the best, but it also wasn't the worst. You know, we shared stories with other other vendors who were telling us, you know, they'd been vendors for like 15 years and then they got shafted to like the dark, deep recesses of like the worst corner imaginable.
Yeah.
And so where we were set up, it wasn't too bad. And a lot of the wrestling collectors, they were able to find me.
Yeah.
Made deeper relationships with the vendors, with the wrestling vendors who I used to just shop from. And now we're more like coworkers, peers. Yeah. And so I would send people over to their booths. They would send people over to mine. And, you know, people would regularly come over and be like, oh, yeah, I was talking to so-and-so and he said I should check out your booth. And so it was really great to experience that kind of camaraderie, friendship, community. You know, we were even talking about like, since wrestling's a little bit more niche at the expo, we should just create one mega booth with all the wrestling collectors, make our own CSC section, but it's just WWE. I think we were even talking about like going to Raw because Raw's coming back to wrestling's coming back to Canada at the end of the year. So it's just like lots of that. So it was a lot of fun. And going back to the financial side, it totally justified the $1,000 investment in the booth or whatever we paid, and had a lot of fun. So.
Nice. Yeah, no, I mean, being Will's boothmate, I saw a lot of it in person, you know, all the chatter and conversations and other WWE cards, and I got kind of, you know, a little bit jealous, you know, like I'm one of those you know, the third wheel a lot of the time where you're like just like laughing louder than usual just to feel like you want to be part of the crew, you know. So,
no way. There's no way that was the case because you were set up next to me and so many of the listeners were like coming to find, like listeners of the pod were coming to find you.
Yeah.
I felt like the third wheel so many times because one, I don't really like talking about the fact that I'm on the pod. Right? So, you know, these people would come over, start chatting you up, and it's very obvious they're big fans of the pod and they're talking to you and you're talking to them, and I'm like sitting right next to you like, am I supposed to be like, hey, I'm Will? Like, am I supposed to talk? Or, like, you guys are talking about cool stuff. Am I allowed to jump in? And so there was a lot of that on my side too. I was just like, man, Clark's getting his flowers. He's getting a lot of people coming. Yeah.
You know what? No, that's one of my highlights. So I'm glad you brought that up. Just meeting all the pod listeners for sure, 100%. And for me, it was worthwhile setting up just for that reason. Like I didn't have the inventory that you guys had. So, and if it wasn't for my one Pokemon first edition sale, I would have lost money those 4 days. But then thank goodness I got that one card sold and I made a little bit. But I did it for the pod, and now I understand more too. Like if I'm setting up in November, I'm like, I need more cards, like more high value cards, because a lot of them stop for that, you know. And the first day I didn't even bring my like the Van Gogh Pikachu or the stamp box because I'm like, you know, I don't want to really sell it. But then when I brought it the second, third, fourth day, like so many people stopped, and I was like tempted to sell, you know, like I think I messaged you, Roy. I'm like, you think I should do this for 7K? And then you're like, how about if it goes to 10? It's like, how about if it goes to 10? I'm like, you're right. I should be greedy. and I still have it. Okay. But no, but then people do stop, and it makes you kind of like, you know, it's kind of more fun when you can talk about those cards and just a potential sale of it. But going back to the pod, it's funny though, like Will's self-deprecating, but you know, when he does say hi or I introduce him right away, I'm like, oh, this is Will, he's also on the pod. Right away people are like, oh yeah, I recognize his voice like immediately, you know.
Yeah, but it wasn't like, oh, we love Will. It's like, oh yeah, I know that voice.
No, I think it was a given.
It's okay. More people enjoy you than they do me. So I think there's only one person that came to my booth saying, "Hey," and that was actually Raph from from the pod that you guys did last week.
Yeah,
I gotta say that was such a good episode. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it so much. Yeah, and he's such a cool guy. Is he an actual professor?
Yeah, like I guess that's what they call him.
Professor?
He does teach at a college.
Yeah. So he's like an actual professor and an actual Pokemon professor. I was like, man, that's cool. That's cool, yeah.
And then, being a professor, he has 4 months off because university colleges are done in April, May. So now he has 4 months he just came back from Amsterdam. He messaged me.
Nice.
And I think he's trying to get to a tournament in Italy next. So we'll see if
must be nice.
He must be a really good judge, right? Like,
no, I think he is, because even in the interview, he was just mentioning like the immigrant mentality. He wants to be number one at his, awesome. At being the judge, and so. Awesome. But yeah, no, it was great. I feel like our location, like I didn't mind it at all. Like it's funny. Will would always go to the main hall, and then he would say like, "Oh, we gotta be there next year or next time."
It's just there's so many missed opportunities because people are selling their cards. Right. By the time they get to us, it's like, I mean, it wasn't slim pickings, but you definitely want to have first dibs.
Yeah, sure. I felt the same way because Expo this year was about like twice as big as any of the other ones. And the CSC section was 2 halls away from the main entrance. So they did have an entrance for the CSC section, but nobody really knew about it. So once you come into the main entrance, not only do you have to pass the main area, past the area that you guys were in, then you'd have to come to our area. So I feel like a lot of people, by the time they got there, they already spent their money or they already sold the cards. So it was still busy, but again, I think it was a little bit too big where it made the traffic a lot less. But, for the hobby, for the consumer, that's a good thing. But for us, it wasn't as good as it could have been. So
that's true, yeah. Like people that came to our area came on their second or third day because they're like, oh, I didn't even know that this was around.
Yeah, exactly.
They spent the first day in the main hall the whole time, right? So yeah, that's definitely true. But yeah, no, it was a great time. Well, that was the highlights. How about challenges or any surprises for you guys at this expo? Especially you guys, because you set up at previous shows before, maybe not at the expo always, but other shows in general. Any surprises or challenges or complaints even?
Other than the fact that like it's gotten too big to the point where it gets kind of diluted for us.
Right.
But at the same time, like I can't complain. They gave us the opportunity to be there, to vend. I still got to chat with a bunch of people, see some friends that I don't get to see often. So I can't really complain.
It's a good show.
In terms of challenges, it was smooth. Like the Wi-Fi or the internet was the hardest part for me. So they charge, I think, $200 a day for Wi-Fi if you want to use their Wi-Fi. And if you're not on Rogers, which I'm not, I'm on TELUS, you do not get any reception once it gets a little bit filled. Like once, like the beginning of the show, like the first half an hour where people are coming in, my network worked. But once it got full, like it would take 5 minutes at least to pull up one comp. So that was probably the hardest part. I'd have to like ask my vendor friend, hey, can I use your phone for a sec? Because he's on Rogers. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think I have to switch to Rogers before November.
What a great advertisement for our first sponsor to the podcast, Rogers Communications.
I'll send this episode over to Rogers and let's formalize the agreement. How about you, Will? Anything?
Well, I mean, like Roy's saying, the show is just so much bigger this year. There's a lot of growth. I'm always a little weary of big card shows and how big the corporate presence is at the shows. And I understand, corporate money kind of makes the world go round. It makes the card show happen. And so you can't bite the hand that feeds you. But also at the same time, like, it just clogs up a lot of the main area.
Yeah.
And then when some of the other vendors are like, people who have been grandfathered in and are selling like the most random. I don't even want to call it vintage. I want to call it garbage. Like just the stuff of hoarders' dreams. It's like I wish there was a little bit of a refreshing, like if they refresh that main area and maybe take out some of the corporate stuff, move that to the sides, and let the hobby be the hobby, let the card show be the card show. Yeah,
I mean, it sounds like a pipe dream because they're the ones that paid the big bucks.
Of course, I totally get it. Like
for the prime real estate, but it's no, it's fair. I think it's fair. For me, I don't know. I guess selfishly, the $1,000 for the booth for our space, it's definitely more than I expected. So like I think if you don't have the right inventory, it's going to be hard to make up that, like, or if you don't have cases to sell. And, I thought that was more of a challenge. And I'm like, at least I'll get rid of my Otanis. No one's looking for cheap Otanis. So I was like, I learned the hard way. And I was lucky, honestly, my Topps 50/50, that was a complete bust. Other than this one, like, elderly couple that was helping their son or their grandson complete the set. So nice. They didn't even care about the price. They're like, they had like a checklist of numbers that they still needed. Yeah. And then they're like, okay, I need this. I'm like, oh, thank goodness they came. And then it wiped out half my, other than that, I'd be taking it all back home. Yeah. So,
because where else are they going to find it?
Yeah, exactly. They were complaining about that. It's like, we can't find these anywhere. Like, just a whole bunch of them until they came by our booth.
But I was saying, like, I love seeing that when the collectors, for the Pokemon, it's usually the father or the guardian with their kid. They have like a little notepad and they handwrite what they need. Yeah, I think it's just so cute to complete the set, and like I love seeing that.
Set collectors,
like the true collector,
for sure. Yeah, but again, the highlights definitely outweighed any of the challenges or surprises. Same with me. I couldn't get a good connection, but you survived those 3-4 days. I think I already asked you guys about your sales, but any big cards that did you sell over the last 3-4 days, or the 3-4 days of the expo?
I think I sold the most on the first day, to be honest, on the Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Well, in terms of like the bigger cards,
yeah.
But on the last day, pretty much at closing, I almost sold like a $13,000 card. He came around. He's like, I want to see that card. And he's like, I don't want to make an offer until I have cash. So then he went to get cash and he had it in his hand. He was like contemplating, and he's like, I think he just backed out last second. So, oof. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't mind because the last sale was a couple days ago. It's $15,000 now. So,
Pokemon dealers, man,
just don't sell. Never sell.
Yeah, well, don't even set up at the next show. Just hold.
Yeah.
How about you, Will? What was your big sale of the week?
You know what? Like, I gotta look at the numbers again. I think there was like $15,000 to $20,000 in movement, like total movement.
Yeah.
Actually, probably closer to like $20,000 in just buying, selling, also trading. We were situated right next to a U.S. consigner. I sent down a couple $1,000s worth of stuff down with them. That's nice. Going on auction. So there was a lot of movement, and I was really happy to pick up a bunch of really fun cards, cool cards that I love. I also picked up a bunch of bulk cards that I'm gonna have set up for the show. A lot of people, they love their bulk. They love set collecting. They love just finding their wrestler. And they'll just buy, whatever parallel, whatever card of the wrestler that they love. And I found that I have a lot more joy in working with those people who are, just picking through the dollar boxes, and they're just really happy to find the card that they like.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, just a lot of money shifting always. And maybe a little bit more shifting out of my pockets, if I'm going to be honest.
That's how it usually is. I always plan on making money, bring home some money, make the wife happy, and I always end up spending more than I sell. So.
I brought cash to buy, but I don't know. I'm the worst when it comes to that. Like, I'm very specific about which cards I like. So I'm better just walking around to buy cards rather than people come to me. So that's one minor complaint. But I gotta say, Will kept on saying, like, I gotta stop buying. And then some customer comes up and he's like, yeah, I'll take a look. He's like, makes another deal right away. So next show you see Will, just come up. You never know. He'll probably be very receptive to buying something.
I'm always down. I'm always down for a deal. Yeah.
Nice. Last question before we go to the next segment. Are we going to do this again in November? Is this a done deal?
I mean, I'll be there, but I'll probably be in the CSC section as always.
Yeah, that was expected. Will?
I'm 100% in.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all in.
You got to try to get Young and John to get a booth as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
The whole squad together.
Two of the bigger, they're just like individual guys. One's a wrestling guy, one's a basketball and multi-sport guy. Mm-hmm. The two of them shared a booth with one other buddy of theirs. So our one booth size, imagine 3 guys in there.
Okay.
And that brings down the cost significantly. Yeah. And
how many tables did you guys have in total?
We had 2 tables. It's just a large space. It's 10 by 10. 10 feet by 10 feet.
Oh, you guys got 10-foot tables.
No, you get an 8 and a 6. And you just make an L shape.
Oh, I see.
It was good space. There's
a lot of space. It was nice.
Pleased, yeah. So definitely could fit one more for sure. And that'll bring our cost down.
8-foot tables are such a game changer compared to 6. Like, I know it's only 2 feet, but
oh yeah, I agree. Huge difference. All right, let's move on to hobby headlines. All right, since some time has passed, definitely a lot of things have happened in the hobby, so I thought we could use this episode to knock a few of them off one by one. I already talked about the PSA announcement of $200 million invested into their grading infrastructure, and I added some light criticism in that episode. So I don't want to dive too deep into that today, but I want to give you guys the opportunity to share your thoughts on the $200 million investment. Is that a big deal, do you think? And of course, this was my criticism buried in that announcement was the fact that there's going to be even longer turnaround times, higher price points, especially for the Super Express level. This is kind of one of those things if you see a glass half full, this is like a short-term pain for a long-term gain situation, or for people that see a glass half empty, this might be the new normal when it comes to grading with PSA. So how do you guys see this big announcement? Do you have any strong thoughts either way?
I mean, they're just using the money to buy more real estate, so they're just, making their portfolio or their company worth more in the end, right? Mm-hmm. In terms of what they're going to do with that, like hire more staff, like they should be doing that anyway, because the backlogs are like up to 9 months now or something like that for bulk.
8, yeah.
And, so, I mean, it's something that they have to do. Otherwise, like you're going to be, like you mentioned in the pod, like you're going to be waiting a year for your cards, which is kind of, we're going back to COVID, right? COVID days.
Yes. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that announcement doesn't make me feel good or bad. Like, it's just the company's re-putting their money back into the business and they're expanding. So, I mean, like long term, yeah, I think hopefully things are going to go faster, but yeah, the prices are going to keep going up, right? That's just nature. So they gotta recoup that $200 million faster, right? For the stakeholders. So the easiest way to do that is raise the cost of grading, and people just accept it. And what are we going to do? Go to somewhere else? It's going to be the same thing. So
we're trapped.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, once the grading cost gets high enough, I guess people will stop sending as much junk or like $5-10 cards. So that may kind of alleviate the whole system, but then you're just looking at spending $50-60 on bulk grading, which is kind of crazy because if you think about it, like 5 years ago, what were we paying? Like $14, and we're already at $45.
Yeah, that's
so.
Times have changed quickly, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's almost gonna create more of a problem. Right now, there's no point in sending any sports cards, like unless they're the high end stuff. Like Roy's saying, like, you know, you're not gonna send in the $5, $10 cards because the ROI is not there. You're paying a lot just to guess at a grade, and so the only people who are and if you saw, I think a Sports Card Nonsense had the main guy from PSA on, and they were talking about how Boston Card Hunters like championing this cause of no PSA May, and they just like laugh in his face because they're like, oh yeah, we've had more submissions in May than anywhere else, and they're just kind of laughing it off, and it's just, I mean, one, like that's kind of gross. Like it's like you are not hearing the frustrations of the hobby and you're just laughing it off. That's a little annoying. But also like there's no point in sending your sports cards. So the only cards that are going to go is just more TCG. It's more Pokemon cards. So I think just because Pokemon's the only market where it's just, you see this crazy jump right now. And I think all the lower end sports cards you're not going to see sent to grading, and I don't know what that means for the hobby for sports cards. And Pokemon just keeps flooding the market. So I mean, if you're sick and tired of Pokemon, it's not going anywhere. It's going to continue dominating all the hobby headlines, and PSA is just going to keep supporting that. And like you said, you know, you look at the headline is always there to distract you from something else. And, you know, they're saying, oh, 200 mil. And it's like, I think in the post about the no PSA May, they said I forget what number he used, but he's just like, oh, we're on track for X amount of submissions for the year. And then you realize when you do the math, you take that number times $40 if it's just the base, just the bulk. They're making so much more money than $200 million. $200 million is just a drop in the bucket. It's nothing for them. Yeah, and so it's like they make this buzzy, like big sounding number, $200 million investment, and then you realize, oh, that is a small fraction of the money that they're pulling in, and that's the frustrating thing. I don't know that they're making the hobby better by with this investment.
Exactly my thoughts.
They said they're going to be hiring 1,000 new graders or something. Like, how, like, the consistency of grading will definitely have like a hiccup during that time, I feel.
Oh, for sure. I would think so.
So there's going to be a lot more 10s just because they think, oh, this looks good, or they're going to be too strict and be like, and then, so there's going to be a fluctuation during that time of like getting these graders up to speed, having a certain standard, because 1,000 new staff trying to teach them to be all on the same page, I feel like it's going to be a big hurdle for them. Yeah. So hopefully they can stay consistent, but.
Really? I mean, my counter argument was like, are they consistent now?
That too, but I feel like it'd be even worse, no? If you get a bunch of people with that, like, that new hire mentality, I'm going to be the best grader and make sure, like, 10s are only 10s. So then there's going to be, you know, they're going to suffer in that sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If only there was a grading company that used AI to help with their grading. Oh wait, there is one, and they've also decided to delay returns and increase pricing. So
that's a business mistake. But yes, Tag, we're talking to you. Okay, get your act together. Come on. I agree with all those points. I don't have to go over them again, but you kind of alluded to it. With the millions and millions of cards being submitted right now, saying that they're going to hire 1,000 more graders seems like not enough, not nearly enough, right? It's like, don't worry, we got 1,000 more coming, graders coming. We're investing $200 million. It should be $1 billion at least in investments. If you want to provide some context, I think $1 billion would be more noteworthy than the 200 million. But anyway, let's move on from PSA to Beckett, which of course Collectors Holdings also owns. But they did come out with a new label design for their slabs, and you could check it out on their newly designed website at Beckett.com. A lot of things seem to finally be happening now that Collectors Inc. took over. So yeah, what do you guys think about the new labels? We talked about it a little bit off air. I mentioned that what a lot of people I think are saying, the difference seems minimal. You could see the difference, but it's not like a night and day difference, right? But the biggest one is, for me at least, as a baseball rookie autograph collector, the autograph portion of it, you don't see that square grade. It's just right underneath it, like Roy, you were saying off air, like the PSA slab. So that's the major difference I saw with the new label. I don't feel strongly either way. If I bought a card with the old Beckett label, I wouldn't be upset. If I got it with a new one, I wouldn't be overly excited either. So I'm kind of in the middle. But what about you guys? What do you guys think about the new redesign?
I kind of like it. Like, if you're a true Beckett fan, like, it's nice because it's a subtle change. It's not a big change.
Sure.
So you still feel like you have that classic Beckett look, but the font is a little bigger and nicer, more clear. The grading number is a little bit bigger. And they have like the QR code, which is, it's a nice feature, but it's not like a make or break. But yeah, they kept it as close to classic as possible with a little bit of improvement, which I kind of like.
That's fair. Yeah.
For me, I always hated that 10 autograph, but like, I was never a Beckett fan to begin with in terms of that sense. So like, seeing that upgrade, I could see why that kind of can upset some people, because like, especially baseball enthusiasts, they love that like 10 auto. I never liked it, but at the same time, like, I feel like that's probably the biggest change. So I don't mind it. Like, I kind of like it. It's not as like in your face, but
yeah.
I don't have any autos. I never really collected autos, so that's kind of like a whatever for me.
Okay.
But overall, I like it. It's clean, but very true to what it used to be. So
Roy's going to remain a PSA snob. That's what I'm getting from his answer. But
yeah, I've been sending a lot more to Beckett these days. So
oh yeah, that's true. With we're trying to get that black label.
Yeah.
Will, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think overall it's good forward movement. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to get all the way there to becoming a respectable card grading company again. But these little steps are all in the right direction. I like the overall look of it. I genuinely don't understand why we need auto grading. Like, why is that a thing? Because any one of us can look at an auto and be like, oh, that's a nice auto, or oh, the auto looks kind of splotchy or streaky or whatever.
Yeah. And
I don't think I've ever seen worse than a 9 auto. Have you seen an 8 auto or a 7 auto or a 1 auto? Like,
dude, my Mike Trout Bowman Chrome base got a 7 auto.
Oh.
Which is another reason why I don't like PSA. But anyway, go ahead.
But like, can you tell? Like,
no.
What's a 7 auto versus a 9 auto? You can't. Yeah, so
you can't.
I don't really understand the point of an auto grade. If it's to say like, oh, this is like a very clean looking auto, it's like, yeah, but I could tell that by just looking at it. So I don't really need the grade for it. But I mean, that's what BGS was always very popular for the Bowmans and all that.
But with that argument, can't you just say BGS 10 and a black label? They look the same too, right? Like,
that's true.
Oh yeah, I mean
they're the same card. It's just 0.5 difference on one category.
Yeah,
But-
genuinely, I don't respect black labels.
several $1,000s in difference in terms of value.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, just
I mean, we
Doesn't
don't have
make
to
sense.
talk about this again. Grading like grades and how much I hate them. Like,
Don't open that door right now. But,
okay.
yeah, no, that's all fair points. Yeah, it's funny. Like, I don't mind the auto grades because I guess I'm more of a baseball autograph rookie collector, like I was saying. But then you mind when you get a 7 auto.
yeah,
You're like,
it's wild.
holy smokes, that's
7 auto.
nuts. And then so I got it changed to authentic instead. But it does definitely impact the value of the card. All right, let's go on to the next one because we have a few more on these mini hobby headlines segment. This is for you, Will. There are some bounties from some high-end WWE cards. Will, do you want to share which card is being targeted, including a basketball player named Karl Anthony Towns, who should probably be more focused on the NBA Eastern Conference Championship Finals match, but he's apparently a big WWE card collector too, and he's offered a bounty. So yeah, give us the details for our listeners, which card we're talking about.
Well, first off, I gotta say WWE's done a really great job of just entering into every other market. This ESPN partnership, like during WrestleMania season, I watched so much ESPN, like First Take and like all these shows because wrestlers would be on it, and it's crazy how much impact WWE's having right now, and even in the NBA playoffs with the Knicks with Cat. I don't know if you guys know the story of Danhausen.
No.
So Danhausen's this indie wrestler. He created his character to be like inspired by the zaniness of Conan O'Brien.
Okay.
And Conan O'Brien's like my number one life hero. But anyway, he goes around. He's like a vampire. He goes around and he curses people. He cursed Stephen A. Smith and the Knicks, and they started losing.
Okay.
Then he uncursed the Knicks, and from that point, the Knicks have been on this run in the playoffs, winning and winning, winning. And so before the last game, they brought Danhausen to Madison Square Garden, took photos. He cursed the Cavs, and then the Cavs lost. And so it's crazy how much influence. But anyway, this card is from Topps Royalty, which is Topps' premier card set, kind of like a National Treasures kind of thing. And inside of it, they put the WrestleMania patch autos. So they're one of ones. Yeah, so they're pretty cool, and the card that's being bountied right now is the John Cena WrestleMania patch auto. Yeah, from his final WrestleMania. I believe the patch is from this past WrestleMania. Yeah,
It's a big card.
it's a big card. Yeah,
Yeah, and I believe I read that Cat has issued a 60K bounty, but that's not going to do it, right?
Oh yeah, it was immediate. It was already lower than, I don't even know why he said that, because I think even before he put that out there was already $200,000 bounties. So that's like me saying like, hey, I'll put a $95,000 bounty out on this John Cena card. You heard it here first. That card's to the moon.
But I mean, isn't that like the allure, I guess, of like, because I never heard of any other bounty, but I've heard of Cat's bounty because he has that kind of aura, right? Or that influence.
Yes.
So like, because I don't know the WWE space.
Yeah.
So if I were to have pulled it, if I only know of Cat's bounty of 60K, like he could have gotten a steal, right?
Yeah,
Or
but you would have Googled bounties. Like you would have found out very quickly that there's bigger bounties out there for this
Maybe
card.
you're just a big Knicks fan. And you know what? Cat's like
maybe you're a big
60K
Cat
plus
fan. Yeah.
courtside.
Courtside, yeah.
Dude.
If you're a big Knicks fan.
Yeah.
That might do the deal. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
you
mean,
never
like
know.
if he can increase the value, then sure, it's worth listening to. But yeah, that John Cena card, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be $250,000 at least.
You gonna bid on it?
Do it. Do it.
Mortgage your house for it.
You mean remortgage your house? Put a third mortgage on this house.
Come on, it's gonna double. In all seriousness, though, like, how do you feel about this kind of like spotlight now on like WWE cards? It wasn't that long ago where you're like, saying, am I doing the right thing just focusing on WWE cards? No, it seems like a few months later, it's like night and day situation right now.
You know what? Today, I actually looked up Card Ladder's index. And remember we talked a while back about how wrestling's the only one in the red.
Right.
And now if you look, every single time threshold, like 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, they're all up. So, I mean, the whole hobby's up. But it shows like there was this lull because there was no product out there. And now there's like, now they had that record sale of the Randy Orton card, the WrestleMania patch auto of his. And all of that contributes to it making the hobby more exciting. So now that there's these, 2026 Topps Chrome, the second year, it just got released and it's kind of revitalized the hobby. So, yeah, it's great to see wrestling really booming right now. There's a lot of interest. There's a lot of attention. Some will argue that the product, like actual wrestling, is not so good right now. The storylines are left a little wanting, but I mean, those are grown men who are complaining about a show for 12-year-olds, really. So,
and there's ebbs and flows, so.
But the good thing, speaking about 12-year-olds, is now that there's this consistent product coming out that looks good, that has value, it's kind of like, Pokemon in the early stages, or even like some of the like baseball and stuff like that. Right. The kids who are watching now, who are collecting now, in 10 to 15 to 20 years, they're going to look back and be like, oh man, that first year Topps Chrome wrestling, that second year, like the wrestlers that they grew up loving, they're going to be chasing these cards. So yeah, I mean, I might be delusional and I might be tricking myself, but I'm high on wrestling. Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's because you talk about it on a monthly basis on our pod, but I'm kind of buying it too. Like, I never grew up really being a huge wrestling fan. I knew the goats and the big time wrestlers, right? But I feel myself getting into it more, and my algorithm is just constantly feeding WWE clips now.
Yeah, it's just there's so much WWE content.
Yeah, it was just great. Yeah. All right. We were talking about Kat getting into WWE cards. Speaking of other athletes now, Jacob Mizurowski, I think that's how you say his last name. He had an interview with Jeff Passan about his extensive Pokemon card collection, and I don't know if you saw the interview, but he showed off his huge binder that was half his size. And Jacob Miz, he's 6'7", so like the binder is like half his size, so it's at least 3 feet tall. But he showed off his modern and vintage Pokemon cards. So I want to ask you, Roy, what do you think of athletes and even other high-profile celebs? Obviously, we know Justin Bieber's a collector as well, showing their love for Pokemon cards. What do you think that has? Do you think that has any impact on the market, or is it just so hot that it's just?
I mean, I love it. I love it that like these high-profile athletes are not have no shame saying I like Pokemon. I like collecting Pokemon, because when I was collecting, like even 5 years ago, I tell my friends, like, well, you're such a loser. Why are you collecting Pokemon? That's for kids. Yeah. And like now you see these, athletes collecting, sharing their journey, or like, videos of them ripping. Like, it just kind of normalizes the whole hobby.
Yeah.
And it makes it seem like, oh, it's acceptable. Like, oh, like one of the best pitchers in the league is collecting Pokemon cards. He has no shame and he enjoys it. Like, it makes it not like more accessible, but like more accepting, I guess, to those who think it's kind of foolish, or,
right.
Because if you think about it from like where I'm 40 and I'm collecting Pokemon cards, but I had no shame, but other people would kind of judge and be like, oh, you're kind of weird, but my whole life was like that. So,
hey, now it's cool. These rich celebs and these influencers in our society. To your point, right? It's making it more acceptable for sure. And if, like when I see that, I'm reminded that like a lot of these guys, like Jacob, like they're in their 20s, so they grew up or they have this nostalgic memory of collecting. So the timing is perfect for that. And who's the other guy? There's another LA Dodgers pitcher that had his glove that you can has one of the cards inserted into the webbing of his glove, right?
Yeah, I saw that. I was actually going to ask if that was this guy, but
it was another guy. He has that glove too, but there's another pitcher with his own version of that glove.
Yeah, so like people are realizing this is a kind of more acceptable. You should have no shame in enjoying the things that you enjoy. So
yeah,
I like seeing it. And yeah, it's interesting. You get to see people how they collect. Like these guys are multimillionaires, but sometimes they're not chasing like the PSA 10 huge cards. They're just either set collecting or they're doing something like, with their spouse or with their kids, kind of collecting together, and you could kind of witness that journey. So it's pretty awesome to see.
Yeah. And every time I have a podcast with you guys, the one guy that just connects everything is always Logan Paul, right?
Oh, yeah, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul is always the guy that connects everything together when the three of us are on. But I don't know if you saw, but that reminds me, with celebs getting into Pokemon, they're big time. Everyone's shouting them. And then so often the case, even with these baseball players, there's always one person like, hey, I got a Pokemon card pack. And then they stop dead under their tracks. And they start it's like, what? Yeah. And they start giving them attention. They want to rip. And you can see that they're true fans, right? Same thing with Logan Paul, opening that base set, 1999 base set, and just opening in front of the fans. And then I just saw this recent. I don't know if you saw it, Will, but Logan Paul said he doesn't ask anyone to sign any cards except the one time he did. It was John Cena. Yeah. When I guess there was a Topps Now card featuring Logan Paul and John Cena, and he asked essentially as a fan to sign it. He said he's not going to ever sell that card, but there you go, another guy just being a great ambassador for both WWE and Pokemon.
I gotta say, Logan Paul, he's growing on me.
Nice, yeah. Okay, let's bring this full circle. We started off with the PSA $200 million announcement, and ironically, they had a fraud report released maybe a month ago now. And I'm going to read a bit of the fraud report just to give people a little bit more context. It says in that report, quote, advances in computer technology combined with the explosion of secondary market prices made the industry susceptible. And today, they are frequent and often sophisticated. Counterfeiters are no longer just targeting the hobby's most valuable assets. They are attacking every segment of the market, from vintage to modern, inexpensive and mid-tier cards to ultra-scarce case hits, even widely available promotional cards. And then, end quote. And PSA estimated $200 million plus worth of fake cards were intercepted, largely through the eBay Authenticity program that I've definitely taken advantage of by shipping my cards through eBay. So they say they saved about $200 million, and then a few weeks later they announced a $200 million announcement of how much they're investing. So I guess it's even for them. Oh, one more thing before I get your thoughts. They also provide a list of some of the top categories where they see the counterfeit taking place. And number one is Pokemon. It's not that surprising just because of the incredible value of some of these Pokemon cards. So Pokemon's number one, baseball's number two, you got basketball number three, football number four. So you got the major sports. Then you got Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Disney, Lorcana, One Piece, going from 5 to 8 TCG cards. And then rounding off the top 10 are the other major sports, hockey, and then you got soccer. So any thoughts or surprises from that list?
These counterfeiters know nothing about wrestling. They're not interested.
That's the next opportunity. They're like,
yeah. Will's gonna buy a printer.
It was number 11. Don't worry, number 11 on that list. Question for you, Roy, because you primarily deal with Pokemon cards. Like, do you take the time to see if it's fake? You know what I mean? Like, especially with these big cards.
I mean, for the most part, I could pretty much tell what a fake card looks like and what it doesn't. But again, I don't deal shows like every weekend, so I'm not seeing as much volume. But from what I hear, some of these fakes can be pretty good. So I haven't seen those fakes in person, but for the most part, I could tell what is real and what's not.
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw a fake, like at the expo, and they came out to my booth. I'm not an expert obviously with Pokemon cards, but I can't remember the name of the card, but I think I looked up the comp for them, and if it was a PSA 10, it would have been like $6,000-7,000, and it wouldn't be PSA 10 because there was a little bit of damage. But even at lower grades, it's one of those cards I remember. At lower grades, you still get like 1,000-2,000. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it's probably like a vintage card then, right? Like or something of that like mid era.
It wasn't vintage, like it wasn't that yellow background, but it was like a full art. But then when you look at the back, it looked very faded. You know, like it just didn't look real. Anyway, I wasn't gonna buy it, but when I told them to, maybe get it graded, they're very hesitant. So it's like, am I reading this too much into this? But yeah, it made me think of that one situation. But I think you got to be careful.
Yeah, 100%. Like one time I bought a card off Mercari in Japan. It was a Munch Pikachu raw.
I remember
like that one. I knew you guys remember this, right? It was just like a regular random Japanese card with they just placed a sticker on top and they cut the corners like really carefully.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I got my money back. This was back when I think I paid like $1,100 US for it raw. But yeah, so luckily I got my money back. But yeah, people are doing some crazy things to, when money comes into the hobby at this speed, they'll do anything to kind of try to get, shake some money out of people.
Yeah,
but
unfortunately. Well, any thoughts before we close off the segment?
Well, I just wonder how many counterfeit cards have passed through our hands over the years. Right? Like, it's probably happened. We're just not aware of it. Like, we've transacted so many cards.
I hope not, but who knows?
For the most part, like when we're buying cards, we're either ripping or we're like buying. How many cards are we buying, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I bought a lot, like a singles, but for the most part, I could tell which ones are real and fake. Hopefully.
I just feel like there's always a chance it could have slipped, right through your hands. You could have had it for a while, then sold it and flipped it or whatnot. It's just, yeah.
Next pod episode, I'm gonna bring like some fake cards and real cards, and we'll test Roy.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
See how good he actually is. All right.
Down for that.
I'll just read quickly the top subjects or like the characters or the players that get the most counterfeited from the report, and then we can move on. Number 1 is Charizard. Number 2 is MJ. So MJ's right below Charizard. Number 3 is Pikachu. You got 2 of the Pokemon characters in the top 3. Then you got Mickey Mantle, number 4. Then you got Gengar, number 5. Tom Brady, number 6. Rayquaza, number 7. Umbreon, 8. Mewtwo, number 9. And King Griffey Jr. at number 10. So Pokemon just dominating.
These are all 10. The goats.
Crazy.
The goats of Pokemon are getting counterfeited like crazy. But there you go. Be careful, especially if you're looking to buy Charizard out there. Okay, let's go ahead to our next segment, and it's called Quiz Show. All right, we're going to do this quickly because, as usual, we're running long on time. But first question for you guys. Speaking of Pokemon, Japan, they are cracking down on scalpers. I don't know if you saw this, but one Pokemon store recently did something after they sold 2 packs of, I believe it was Ascended Heroes to a buyer. What did they do to prevent scalping of those packs? What do you think they did?
So someone bought 2 packs from a Japanese store?
Yep.
And what did the Japanese store do?
At the checkout.
I'm guessing they opened the pack for them? Or like cut it open a sliver or part of the package?
You got it. They cut the corner of the pack before they gave it to them.
Was the corner cut like just where the seal is, or did they actually?
You could put a
seal?
You could put a finger in the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they
Yeah. So, any thoughts on what they're doing in terms of trying to prevent flippers, essentially, of their products?
I mean, if it's just a couple packs and the new set, like, what's the harm in that? Like, no one's buying 2 packs and saying, "I'm gonna flip these 2 packs for 50 cents more than I bought it, or $4 more than I paid for it." Like,
then why are they cutting it? If it's unlikely that they're gonna flip.
That's true too. I don't know. It's just to ensure, like, if I'm gonna sell this product to you at retail price, I want it to go into a collector's hand, and you guys could go off and open it.
Sure.
But yeah, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's just 2 packs, but they're doing it in large volumes, right? So these guys could kind of come back every single day, or wear a disguise and come back and buy another 2 packs.
Okay, looks like the same, but he has a mustache on this time.
Yeah, there's these guys on social. They always go to Target. They buy a pack or their limit of 2.
Yeah,
and then they dress up into Jesse and James, and then they go back in and buy a second limit.
But to answer your question, like, I think people do flip. Like, I think the Pokemon card market is so hot right now that they're flipping whatever product that they can get. So I think that's why they're doing it.
I mean, I kind of like it. Like, if it's a sealed product, like a fully sealed, like, people, I know that they're sealed collectors, but if it's a couple packs, like, and you're selling it for MSRP and you want it to go into collectors' hands, then, I don't mind it.
All right. Another piece of news. I don't know if you saw, in August 2026, apparently you'll need a government ID if you're a Japan resident to purchase future TCG or Pokemon products. Well, you like that?
It sounds a lot like the episode where I was yelling the whole time.
So you want this in Canada?
That'll never happen.
You want this in Canada? You
privacy.
Need social insurance number to buy.
Well, I mean, product. Like, I know in North America. In North America and U.S. especially, there's always this fear of big government, right? Like, we don't want the government to be so heavily involved in our day-to-day life and all that kind of stuff. But even, our bloodline comes from Korea. And if you look at Korea, they've got stuff like that where if you want to go on the internet, you have to be registered with your state ID, so that
your state ID is linked to your actual cell phone number.
Yeah, like everything's linked, right?
Yeah,
so
everything's linked.
Because there's just like this terrible history of like cyberbullying and just like being an awful person online because nobody can see who you are. And so, I mean, like, I don't really like big government either, but also at the same time, I think government has to step in to protect its citizens at times. I don't know if this qualifies, like purchasing Pokemon cards.
It's the top priority for government right now.
But I'm so frustrated with the system that I might be like, yeah, government needs to step in here.
Will's gonna go to one of these town hall meetings and ask a question like, but what are you doing about the Pokemon retail market?
Have you seen the EQL lineup? It's just wild.
You need to do something about this scam that's online. All right, question number 2. Everything's going up in the hobby, including Star Wars, and a 1977 Star Wars card called the Villainous Darth Vader. A PSA 10 version just sold, becoming the most expensive Darth Vader card sold ever, right? So question is, how much did it go for? And the previous high, I believe, was like 44,000. So obviously higher than that. But what do you think?
I thought I saw.
Do you know when that sale was?
I feel like it was recently because I just saw it on Instagram. You think you saw the answer?
I thought while I was doing my research for pick 1, I thought I saw it. So
okay, Roy can guess, and then you can.
I'll
Yeah.
I'm gonna say $450,000.
Okay. That's a 10x increase. All right. Well, what did you think you saw?
Now I think I'm wrong. You said what was the sale before? It was like 45,000.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's the one I saw then.
He saw the previous record, not the new record.
Okay, so take any guess.
let's just 2x it. Let's say 100K.
It's right in between $206,250.
Wow.
So there you go.
Wasn't there also like the Luke Skywalker vintage card that sold?
Yeah, I think that did.
Like $1 million or something, right?
Yeah, I
Something
think that's the
crazy like
highest
that.
of all time for Star Wars. Yeah. I mean, I like Darth Vader a little better actually in terms of card collecting. So there might be a deal.
It is a cooler look.
Yes. I'm looking at a 2022 Star Wars. There's a nice refractor version of just his head. So I might pull the trigger on one of them.
Yeah,
You still have that Galaxy card that you bought then?
No, I sold it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I wish I had it, but I want to get because there's a Mojo refractor number to 50. I wouldn't mind getting like a X fractor number to 10 if that pops up.
Oh.
Yeah, like a
I'm
nice
back in
chromium
on Star Wars.
chromium Darth Vader card would look really cool. Yeah.
I think, if I pick it up, I'll let you guys know. All right, 2 more quick questions, and this is both baseball. Which pitcher is the cover athlete for the 2026 Topps Finest baseball set that's coming out? Which pitcher?
My natural guess would be Skeens, but I'm guessing it's not. I'm guessing it's this Jacob guy.
Jacob is. He's doing well, under 2 ERA. What do you think, Will?
It's not Shohei?
Ooh, that's closer. It's his teammate.
Yamamoto?
Yamamoto. And he's doing well, too. So there you go. All right, last one. How much did...
I hate that I said his name.
I know. It sucks even more that the Jays are sucking, too, and the Dodgers are doing just fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway. How much, speaking of hated athletes, well, this guy's a nice guy, but he plays for a hated rival. How much did the 2013 Bowman Chrome Aaron Judge Superfractor 1/1 non-auto card in a PSA 9 sell for recently? I'll give you a multiple choice. Is it over 250K, over 500K, over 750K, or over $1 million? Non-auto.
Over 500K.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. I think it's probably just over 500, if I had to guess.
The correct answer is over 750K because it's sold for $838,800.
Wow, for the non-auto.
We could thank Hyung, who's, last year was for several months did a pick one on Aaron Judge
Every week.
every week. So he's undervalued, and finally, Aaron Judge getting his props. Which, you know what? I still think he's undervalued. Like, everyone's still paying attention to Ohtani, as they should. He's killing it as a pitcher. Not so much as a batter this year, but, still decent. Whereas Aaron Judge, 14, 15 home runs already? Like, he's just quietly putting another stellar season. So, Aaron Judge, still underrated in my opinion.
He's getting struck out by a Savage 3 times, so that felt good.
We'll take our wins when we can,
We'll
right?
take it. We'll take it.
That was a hell of a game. Okay, let's finish our episode with our regular weekly segment we call Pick One. All right, well, do you want to start things off for us?
Yeah. So I talked about it just very briefly a little earlier. Randy Orton's WrestleMania card.
It's a nice card.
Patch auto just sold. There was a lot of attention drawn to it. I believe it sold for, what did I write? 57,000 Canadian. Yeah, in US it would be something 40 something, but
Yes.
$57,000 Canadian. It's a really beautiful card. It's got the WrestleMania patch from WrestleMania 41. He had a great match against Joe Hendry as a surprise match. You don't need to know who Joe Hendry is right now. Oh, but he is fighting with Logan Paul and he made a song called "Can We Fire Logan Paul?" And it's so catchy and it's so in the zeitgeist that his own brother was singing it to him on like an Instagram or streaming. He's like singing about firing his brother. But anyway, that Randy Orton card, $57,000, or a PSA 9 1986 Fleer Michael Jordan, pop 3,000. There's 300 PSA 10s. There's 3,000 PSA 9s. Last sold $55,000 Canadian. Which one would you pick?
Go ahead, Roy.
Do you have a picture of the first card?
The WrestleMania one? Yeah, I could send it to you.
Well, okay, I'll go first while we'll send it to Roy. But as much as I'm getting into wrestling, and the WrestleMania patch auto card is sweet, it looks really nice, I can't go against MJ's Fleer, iconic Fleer.
I don't even need to look at the picture. What am I talking about?
Come on, we're both gonna choose MJ.
I just sent it to you. I just sent it to you. See if it changes your mind.
It's got to blow his mind away. It's got to blow his mind. It's got to be the patches of patches.
I wasn't even thinking. Like,
Randy Orton. He's arguably...
First, he doesn't know who Randy Orton is.
Yeah.
He doesn't even...
one of the goats.
I remember putting...
If I saw him walking in the same room as me, or even sitting across from me at like a bar, I would not know who he was.
Well,
I would just be like, yo, that guy's jacked.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than that, I'd be like, I have no idea who this guy is.
It's true. I remember when I put up Cody Rhodes in my pick one, and Roy's like, first of all, who's Cody Rhodes? So if he doesn't know who Cody Rhodes is, he definitely doesn't know who Randy Orton is. So, 2 MJ votes. And you know what? I'll say this about MJ. Like, when it's PSA 9, I'm always looking at the PSA 10 value. And if there's a big difference, then I feel like the PSA 9 is like, it's safe. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of PSA 10 buyers just because it's 300K, 250, 300K. So PSA 9 at 55K, it's a lot of money, but it's there will be a lot of other buyers at that level because they don't want to pay up 6 figures for a PSA 10 card. So MJ it is.
Yeah.
I pick the 1 of 1 Randy Orton card.
He has to save his own pick one. That's why he's...
No, I don't. I would go against my. I would go against my own 101 if it was warranted. But I just think the 86 Flair, it is super iconic, but there's hundreds of thousands of them out there, and
not in a PSA 9.
Not a PSA 9, but there are 3,000. But there's only one Randy Orton. And it is currently the second highest wrestling card ever sold. So there's some prestige attached to it. Obviously, when the Cena card and some other cards come out from the debut or from the WrestleMania patches, it might not be the second highest card anymore. But Randy Orton's 14-time champion, just behind John Cena's Never Seen 17. I can't even. There's no way I can convince you guys.
Even the second highest argument's weak. No one remembers the silver medalist. It's like, come on.
I mean, it's the same question. Would you rather have a PSA 10 86 Fleer Jordan or the John Cena WrestleMania 101?
Ooh.
I'm still picking
raising the stakes.
MJ, right?
I am MJ, but I don't know Will.
How much is the PSA 10 worth?
Well,
250.
Clark said around like 250, and you're saying the Cena card will probably go for like 250. So
yeah, that's a good one.
And I said that I hate grading. I'd probably pick Jordan.
Oh!
We got him.
Got him.
The PSA 10. That's what got me. I can't believe it.
Oh, Will, man, why?
Everything I stand against, I just crumble.
Will, my last rant on the last episode was for you. I'm like, we have to take certain responsibility for where PSA is, how they treat us. We just keep going back.
I know. They really have us in a toxic relationship. They have us.
Yeah. Bulk's gonna be $70 soon, and we're still gonna be submitting.
And then we're gonna be waiting a whole year just to get it back. Oh man, this is sad. All right,
move on to the next one.
Yes, Roy.
All right, I'll go with the Chinese exclusive Mew. It's from the 151.
Yeah.
There's only 1,510 copies printed.
Total.
Yeah. So that they cap it at that. PSA 10 is a Pop 451. Sold for about $45K. And this card is continually going up every sale.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, would you rather have this card, beautiful artwork, or something that's kind of more niche and rare? It's the Koro design contest with Zoroark.
Mm-hmm.
So these were like, they had different grades, like middle schoolers send in their artwork to design a card.
Mm-hmm.
So for this, there's I think there's like 6 or 7 variants, and this is one of them. It's the Ichiban. So PSA 10 is a Pop 40, and total Pop like altogether is 53.
Yeah.
And I think this one sold for about $55K. So would you rather have the Mew for $45K, or this extremely rare design card for
It's easy.
$55K?
Easy for me. Even before I read the description of that really exclusive card, I was thinking right away that my youngest son Roman looked like he drew that. And then you're like, oh, it says it's a grade school. Okay, that makes sense. So I was right on the money.
Yeah.
And I know my youngest is too young to listen to this podcast, but whenever he brings artwork home from school, right into the recycling bin. Right into I actually had to hide it, because if he sees it, he'll be like, "Daddy, why is this in here?" So when he's asleep, right after,
I know that feeling.
I mean, they're just prolific artists at this age. You know what I mean? They bring so much home. I can't keep up. So anyway, the Mew, beautiful card. I loved it the first time I saw it. So that's very easy for me. I'm going with the Mew.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm all about artwork.
Yeah.
I can't stand looking at that other card.
Really? Oh,
it makes me like, I'm trying to convince myself that I like it. Like, I'm like, oh, it's so exclusive. It's so rare. It's got all the legendaries. Yeah, I was gonna say it's got all the legendary Pokemon on it. But it's like all the Pokemon I hate. Like, I don't know any. That's true. There's no 151. Yeah. I mean, isn't that Articuno in the corner? Or is that not Articuno?
Suicune?
It looks like top right. Lugia. The blue one? Oh, Lugia. Top right. Oh, that's Lugia. See? Like, yeah, Ho-Oh, bottom right. Yeah, I don't like any of these legendaries. I can't believe that this won the contest. like somebody's mom or somebody's dad should have judge. Should have drawn a better picture and submitted it so that we don't have to look at that. So. Yeah, I go with the Mew.
Cruel. Oh man. For me, like, these are the kind of cards I like. Very niche, Japanese, like promo type or like design. So I have to go with the Zoroark.
You guys are all saving your own pick ones today.
I don't know. I love like the low pop, the rarity. Like, there's only like, so each winner of the contest, they got 200 of the cards, I believe. So.
So that kid is rich,
a millionaire.
Yeah. He's either rich or he's poor because he just threw them away or just gave them to his friends.
Oh yeah, how old?
They shoved them in his pocket.
What is that? 1999.
Grade 4. So that's a year older than Benny.
Okay, but when did this come out? 2010. Okay,
2010. Yeah.
So he's 15 years older.
He's
in his 20s
right
now.
Yeah. He's a very sad adult.
I hope he doesn't listen to this podcast. All right. Okay, we'll finish off with my pick one. The Bubble Mew. I love that card. But the Black Label sold recently for $240K. Incredible sale. Pop 2. Just to put things into perspective, for $240K, you could also get a Kanji Auto, Shohei Ohtani. I believe it's the Upper Deck Goodwin Champs. Yes, the Exquisite. But it's graded PSA 7. And then speaking of auto grade, Kanji Auto has a 10. I don't know how you grade that as a 10 or 9. It's like, you know what? That slant right there is a...
No, there's no streaks. That's why.
Okay, but I mean my Auto 7, there was no streak on that either. So I don't get how they grade these autos. But yeah, which one are you taking? The Ohtani, PSA 7 Auto 10, Kanji Auto, or the Bubble Mew Black Label English for $240K?
As much as I love that Bubble Mew, that sale makes no sense. I have to go with the Kanji Ohtani.
Wow, okay.
But the other, so this Pop 2, the other one has now been consigned to go on sale after this, right after the sale. So
is it going to
probably,
is it going to do more? It's probably going to do more.
I don't know. I don't know if it's consigned on auction. I don't think it's on sale yet, but it's been consigned.
Interesting.
The Bubble Mew? Wow.
Mm-hmm. So it's Pop 2. This one sold for $240. So the owner of the other card, the other Black Label, has consigned his card.
Okay, so it'll stay Pop 2. It's not like a third Black Label.
There's no third one yet, but still a modern card. Like,
right, you never know.
There can be, by the end, like in 15 years when Ohtani's retired, this card will be worth well over $1 million. This Mew could be Pop 20 by then, right? So
I think
I mean,
good
even
argument.
if it's Pop controlled, Pop 5, right? So whatever it may be.
Good
so
points.
I have to go with the Ohtani.
Will?
I hate this.
What?
It's so clearly Shohei.
Okay.
I hate Black Labels.
You hate Black Label?
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, until you get one, then you love Black Label.
Black Labels are like it's almost like a joke. Like it's...
What do you mean?
It's like... it's like, how far can we push people into believing that our grading is important? It's like, let's just, it's not a 10. It's not a 10 plus. It's a 10 plus Black Label.
I mean, if your kid comes home with an A++, like the perfect score every time, you're happy. If it comes with an A, you're like, where's the plus? How come you got 85, not 100?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're still going to complain, right? So
I just feel like 10 out of 10 is a 10 out of 10. But they're telling me that a 10 out of 10 is different when it's a black 10 out of 10. But anyway, the Shohei card, it's gotta be Shohei.
It's a true auto. It's a true rookie auto too, right?
That's
and
right.
Kanji. So
I'm also a huge fan of that Upper Deck Exquisite rookie autograph card style. Like I have a DeRozan like that, and yeah.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
Yeah, they're iconic cards.
Yep. It's an easy sweep. I'm going with Ohtani, PSA 7, Auto 10. But I don't know. The Pokemon card market is unpredictable, and even with the pop count rising to 5, I've seen crazier things happen in the Pokemon card market. So, but I believe the Ohtani, if I put a poll up there, would be Ohtani sweep.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Ohtani's done enough already in his career. Like, if it ended now, he'd still be like Hall of Fame, right? So
true. He might even win a Cy Young this year. It's gonna be
yeah. So he's just getting more. Like we just gotta buy Ohtani now. Like
you're right.
It's never too late.
Yeah, it's like that meme you always see. Should have bought Ohtani. Should have bought Ohtani last year. Should have bought Ohtani last year. Every year, it's just like
yeah. That's pretty much. All right, let's end this pod. so I can look up Otani cards on eBay and see if I pull the trigger. Thanks.
We may have to collect all our money together because the prices are crazy now.
That's true. All right, thanks to all our listeners for tuning in. We'll have a brand new episode for you guys next week. Talk to you then. Bye. Hey, thanks for listening to Cards to the Moon. We'd really appreciate you subscribing to our podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. And you can also connect with each of us on Instagram at 5cardguys, or you can follow Hyung at Integrity Sports Cards, or John at TradeU at Recess. You can also check us out at 5cardguys.com. Thanks again, and hope to connect soon.